Okay, there was a lot to talk about with ASUS ROG this year. They got tons of RGB tables, and we got a lot to digest here. It's quite the meal. So let's talk about everything that ROG did. Besides the phone, we're going to dedicate an entire other video to that, but we're bringing back ASUS ROG at Computex this year, which is brought to you by these sponsors. Our Computex coverage is brought to you by Wootware, Palette, and Fantex. Check them out at the links in the video description. Also, big thanks to MSI for sending us here to Computex 2018. We're excited to show off what their true gaming brand has to offer on display this year. ROG is making water cool again. So ROG came to play. ASUS's ROG brand is responsible for some of our favorite custom GPUs, motherboards, mice, keyboards, headsets, monitors, routers. You get the point. ROG makes some great stuff, but something ROG isn't known for is AIO liquid cooling. But all of that looks set to change with the launch of the ROG Ryujin and ROG Ryuo. Why? I can't even. But the flagship Ryujin cooler is a mighty impressive one. It'll ship with either a 240mm or 360mm radiator, both cooled by Noctua's powerful IPPC 2000 PWM fans. That alone doesn't make it too impressive, but what really pushes it over the edge is its water block shroud. I mean, look at it. Not only is it one of the sleekest block shrouds we've ever seen, it's also adorned with all of the RGBs in a friggin' live dash display, which is their OLED thing that they've used on some ROG motherboards in the past, which you can display system info or even customize animations. And now that same functionality is gonna be on an AIO. And it's a larger, higher resolution live dash OLED panel than those previously seen on motherboards too, which is odd because motherboards are bigger, so why wouldn't they put it bigger on motherboards? Like, why does it have to be? Anyways, complaints aside, bonus! And just before you think it can't get any cooler, it definitely does. The Ryujin hides a 60mm fan under that sleek shroud, helping to keep the VRMs, M.2 SSDs, and whatever else happens to be in the area nice and cool, which should hopefully help the, X299 motherboards to stop them from overheating a little bit. Anyways, the Ryuo is the slightly cut down and significantly less pretty of the two new coolers. It'll be packed with either a 120mm or a 240mm radiator. It drops the Noctua fans in favor of ROG ones and features a more traditional, more rounded shroud. While it's not as exciting as its bigger brother, it should be priced a fair bit lower. No ROG, bad ROG. The next showstopper the company debuted was a showstopper for all the wrong reasons, at least in my humble opinion. The ROG Thor 1200 watt platinum power supply. Power supplies have always been a little mundane and boring, and we've never had a problem with that, to be honest, but apparently ROG does, so they've made one of the most objectively audacious, kind of silly looking power supplies. I mean, it looks okay in the right build. The included OLED display could be legitimately useful, showing your wattage that you're pulling from the wall. I absolutely love that, and it does sound like a highly efficient and well-cooled part, but really, I think it's a little much. Also, Thor with the hammer, you guys, what gimmick is this? Do you guys appreciate this? I don't know. Maybe I'm old and senile at this point. Let me know what you guys think. Another audacious looking ROG product is the AX11000 tri-band Wi-Fi gaming router, capable of gigabit speeds, and it's equipped with tons of features. We're sure we'll only know we need it once we actually try them, and then we'll wonder how could we ever live without them, especially since it's gonna cost us a butt cheek and an arm hair. But ROG explained that the router does actually help reduce players' ping, and since it's gonna sell for a lot, I hope that it also can make cake for me as well. Then we also have the ROG Strix Scar and Hero 2. ASUS also showed off a pair of updated notebooks, which are the aforementioned Scar 2 and Strix Hero 2. Both feature 15.6-inch displays with significantly narrower bezels compared to the previous models, along with a 144Hz refresh rate and a 3 millisecond response rate. Both also feature a pretty sweet RGB lighting strip under/below the keyboard. Where the two models differ is that one is built primarily for MOBA games like Dota 2 and League of Legends, while the other is built for fast-paced shooters like CSGO. And is PUBG a fast-paced shooter? No, technically not. I don't know what you kids play these days. So the more FPS-focused Scar 2 has a slightly camouflaged pattern on the keyboard area, while the MOBA-focused Hero 2 has a more angular pattern thing going on. Also, the Scar 2's WASD keys are highlighted, whereas the Hero's 2 core keys are highlighted. The biggest difference between the two is that the Strix Hero 2 features a GTX 1060 at its heart, while the Strix Scar 2 is equipped with the 1070. The rest of these specs are decent too, but the main point here is that one's built for shooting things and the other's built for hitting people with sticks. and they're styled accordingly. And they both feature some beefed up wireless performance if that's your kind of jam, which you can check out once they actually drop for reviews. RGBs can't save you, my friends. So the last new product ASUS has to get us foaming out the mouth was the ROG Delta headset. It does what headphones do, only better. It comes with a quad DAC array that boosts audio quality and fidelity by like a lot. It has all of the RGB goodness you could want, and it's a little ugly. I mean, it's not people will ridicule you in the streets ugly, but we think it's at least people might look at you a little funny. Of course, there's more to it than that, but you'll have to wait for our full review if we ever get our hands on one of these things. But with that being said, that is all of the products besides the ASUS ROG smartphone, which we'll be covering in a separate video coming out. These are all of the things that we saw at Computex that was announced by ASUS. Let us know which one was your favorite down in the comments down below or in the community Discord, and let us know if you want us to specifically try to get ASUS to send us one of these things for review once they actually drop and they're not just like on the show floor being shown off in the best case scenarios. Also, we want to give a big thanks to our sponsors for sending us here to Computex 2018, namely being Wootware, Palette, Fantex, and MSI. We couldn't be here without them. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this coverage of some of the ASUS goodness. Be sure to get subscribed to stay up to date on all of our tech related and Computex related coverage. Woo! I'm Brett with the UFT Tech Channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Cheers.